Hi everyone, we're going to do the special Texas has become the new North Pole on this episode of Taking Off. Hey everyone, you're watching the Taking Off channel. I know it looks like Blanco Lirio, Juan Brown. I need like an airplane or something on the railing in the snow just to complete my Blanco Lirio look. But we're going to do a quick update. I hear Juan's actually stuck in Australia, pushing the heavy iron across the Pacific, but and he may be stuck there because of everything. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to give you an update today on a couple things. First of all, I'm going to show you what Texas looks like as the world's largest ice skating rink. And then we're going to talk about what happened with my plane and the prop strike. And then we'll also update on Christys' Wong Warrior being flown inverted. So with that, let me talk to you about my prop strike. Now, for those who don't know, you can watch the video that's up there in that link. I had a prop strike, and it wasn't too bad, I thought. I mean, it tore up the propeller pretty good, but there wasn't a noticeable loss in RPM and all that kind of stuff that you really get concerned about. And we went ahead and did the smart thing and pulled the engine, sent it off to Pinnacle in Alabama, and they tore it down, and there were no big surprises. So yes, I could just have them put it back together and we'd be good, but a couple of things. First of all, the engine is about 200 hours from TBO, and I had a recent top overhaul 350 hours ago, so I was really hoping to get like another 800 to 1,000 hours, but they're saying that's not going to be realistic. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the money. I made the decision. I'm going to do the overhaul. It's good, smart money. It hurts. There's no lying there. So it'll be a while again before I get Lola up there. But when I do, she'll be much better for it. And I think it's just a smart play. So that's the story on Lola and my 210. Now let's have an update with Christy. And again, you can watch the video that Christy talks about what happened to her airplane, but it was flown inverted, and it's a normal category airplane. It is not made to go upside down. The systems, the gyros, the engine, all those, the airframe, all those things are not made to have the kind of stress that a beginner pilot might make experimenting with trying to be a fighter pilot up in the skies. So with that, Christy, why don't you give us an update on what's going on with the Wong Warrior?
Hey Dan, thanks for asking. First of all, yes, I am also enjoying my own snowpocalypse up here in Denton, Texas. So updates with the Wong Warrior. Last week she went into maintenance for her engine inspection. Lycoming has a service bulletin for possible overspeed conditions, so that's what our AMPs are doing at this time. Now, the bigger snafu, of course, is that due to snowpocalypse, they haven't really been able to do much work on her because here in North Texas, you may have heard, we've been having these rolling blackouts with electricity. So because of that, they aren't really able to do anything with her at this time. All indications are that the engine is coming back clean though, so that's really, really good news. Fingers crossed. There is one small hiccup though. A couple months ago, I put in either new or newly overhauled gyros, but those gyros were never meant to be inverted. So the AMPs went ahead and decided to bench test them, and it turns out that those instruments are going to need overhauled, which once again, you need electricity for. So we're kind of waiting on that. I'll have more details hopefully in the next few days as they wrap everything up. And then of course, looking at the possibility of putting in G5s in my airplane now. I'm looking at you, Garmin. But yeah, that's the update right now with the Warrior. As soon as they get the electricity back on, they're able to get things done with her. We'll go up and do a test flight. Maybe we'll get that on video. I hope you guys are staying safe and warm.
Okay, thanks for that update, Christy. I've jumped in the car, everybody, and you know what? This is the great snowpocalypse that Texas is experiencing. Never before anything like this. I know it just seems like snowy houses and snowy roads. We have never in Texas had it be this cold for this long. So here's some footage, some drone stuff I just shot, and some driving footage for you just to see what it's like here in Texas. Hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you in just a minute. So the roads aren't horrible. They look really bad. Especially Texans don't know how to drive. But this is mostly snow, but there's a layer of ice under the snow. You can see the workers are out here quite a bit. They're working on the electricity. They've got, this is Encore right here. This is either heroes or villains, depending on who you talk to. These guys have been putting in the hours, but there is a lot of electricity out here in Texas. So it's been affecting a lot of us. My editor has just sent me a text that she's been without power and the water pipes just burst. And so has a family member coming to get her to take her to a family house. Then our production coordinator, Kara, she has been unable to send email, and even the phone systems have been overwhelmed, and she hasn't been able to get out sometimes on the phone. So they've been under it pretty bad. So things are bad here in Texas, mainly because we don't know how to handle it. We don't have the equipment to handle it. We don't have the trucks. We don't have the salt. We don't have all that kind of stuff that all the people up north have. So it does pretty much shut us all down. And this is unprecedented. We've never had it this cold, this much snow and ice for this long. And people are very cold in their houses. Houses that are getting down below 40 because they have no electricity. So it's been quite an interesting experience here in Snowmageddon in Texas. So that's just some of the visuals of what's going on around here. We talk about on this channel what we can take away that'll make us a better person, a better pilot. And for me, I think about, we use the word freedom a lot in this country. And one takeaway in this situation, in this emergency situation, is that the more you depend on government, be it local, state, federal, the less free you really are. So I know for me, I want to be free. So I'm going to prepare so that the government doesn't have to take care of me. That's my takeaway here. I don't know for you guys. And just remember, superior judgment trumps superior skills. So you guys stay warm out there.